Hi folks, welcome to day two of your digital detox. Today we are tackling the phone. She picks it up. So I have an iPhone 14 Plus, I think it is. Obviously you guys will be using a different version of either iPhone or Android or whatever you're on. So my iPhone is synced up to our family iPad and also my laptop. So it's like one login for all of that. So when I look at screen time, it looks at screen time across everything. That said, obviously we always have our phone with us. I won't leave the house without taking it. Like, I maybe might not take it on a dog walk, but I always have it with me. So I try to be conscious about what I'm using it for. So oftentimes with the dog, if I'm not doing like a filming talky story for Instagram or something like that, I'll just have Spotify on there, which is like beautiful creative input for me. Or my podcast app gets quite a hammering when I'm on my dog walks or at the gym. So it's bringing that awareness to what you use the apps for. So I've put a screenshot in today's video, but basically what you do is you go into settings in here and then you want to scroll down and it'll tell you no, the screen time. So there's a little screen time. I don't know why it's so bright today. Let me just try and move that down a bit. So there's a little screen time timer that you can click on iPhone. Like I said, I don't know what it is on Android, but you can ask ChatGPT or Google Gemini and it'll probably give you the instructions. So there's a few different things that you can do on here. It's saying that I've been 47 minutes today, so not too bad today. But I have clicked through a lot of these and sort of worked them out, and try to think about my phone as a creative tool. So when you look at your screen time, so I've been really open and honest about all of this. So today the screen time is 4 hours and 6 minutes. I've been working since 7 this morning. It's now midday. I've got 3 hours on productivity and finance, so that's just me inside of Google Chrome doing my Zoom videos, all of that. Social is 26 minutes, so that will be WhatsApp replies, listen to people's voice notes, all of that gorgeous stuff. I've deleted Substack today, so there won't be any Substack app action because I've got a really busy day of making videos. So that's what it shows so far. You can go back to the week. It's saying I'm down 74% so far from last week, but obviously we've only just started. And then as you scroll down, it's going to show you the apps that you use the most. So one of the easiest things to do is just delete the apps that you use the most unless you need them for work or for pleasure. So if I'm looking at these, it's saying like something like Notion. I never use that, but it opens every time I open Zoom. So I could probably like just get rid of that. I just need to get rid of that happening. I can figure that out. Um, then I've got Safari screenshots, Instagram, 15 minutes on Instagram, mail. I've been in my mail for 90 minutes. I've had a 2 hour session on Google Chrome. So there's all of these different bits and bobs. And what I wanted to sort of talk to you about today was thinking about how we use the phone and where we put the phone in a conscious way. So we're always thinking about what we need to do for work, how we're using it as a communication tool and responding to everybody, ringing people, doing all that good stuff that we do, and then a place where we are consuming content and creating content as well. So you might not use it to create your Substacks, you might use it for Instagram, I don't know, it doesn't matter, it'll be unique to you. In terms of a communication tool, I think that's one thing that we don't really get away from. Like we want to communicate with our friends, with our family, all of that good stuff. The business side of things, sometimes people have a lot of the business elements that they need on their phone, which means that they never get a break from it. So online businesses are really guilty of this because you feel like you want to be plugged in and switched on, but it just means that you get everything all of the time. So it could be things like having Zero on there, having Stripe notifications on there. It could be having work emails on there. I have none of those things on my phone and I still manage to use it that much. So I don't have anything business related on there. I use it as a creative tool. So if I'm doing anything to do with business, online banking, Zero, Stripe, it's laptop. I'm on the laptop. So for me, it helps anyway because I have quite a lot of executive dysfunction around numbers. So it really helps me to just know that I'm sitting down, I'm calm, I've breathed, I'm on the laptop, I'm doing the numbers thing. So it might help you to take some of that stuff off just as a test, just to see how you get on. And then as a creative tool, because I'm making Instagram Reels, really the only way to do that is on the phone, using the Edits app, doing all of those funky bits. I don't do any of that stuff on the laptop. I do my Zoom videos on the laptop and then obviously upload those to the different places. I can take Substack off really easily. For some reason, it's not letting me delete Instagram, and I don't want the whole like having to sort of log in hassle again. So I think until I go into proper downtime in the summer holidays, I'll just leave it on. So probably for the rest of this week, or I'll just really be brave and give myself a break. So in your journal today, if you've got your journal, obviously, we'll still keep doing our observations and we'll still keep doing what I did instead, and the new normal. But if you find a page after your observations journaling, and you're going to just put in the middle phone time, and then we've got comms, business, or work, whatever you want to write, and then creativity and consuming. So it could be podcasts, it could be scrolling Instagram, like we just get honest about that. So we've got those there. So phone time, comms, business, creativity, consuming. And then you're going to try and work out what's happening around your creative practice, because this is all about bringing attention to our creative practice. So before you create, like if you are creating on Instagram, for example, or if you're writing in notes on your phone, is there some consuming goes on first? Or do you only consume when you're on a dog walk or at the gym like me? With comms, do you have certain times in the day that you do your comms? You know, maybe it's first thing in the morning and then when you've picked your kids up from school. And then if you have business related stuff on your phone, which I don't, then what do you have on there? And do you need to have that on there all of the time? So in those four quadrants, you will have various different things emerging about how you use the phone to access all of those things. We just use it for everything. So I think it's for me, it's been about cutting down the amount of things that I need to use it for so that I can turn it into a creative tool, so that I can be more in photos and videos, so that I can help myself organize all of that and then create on Instagram if I'm creating on Instagram. That said, it can take absolutely ages to create content if you're doing anything like that for social media. So I think just getting real about, are you a content creator for work? Is that part of your job, or is that just something that you want to do? And also, what's the reward? Because it would be far more rewarding for me to do a balance of both. So I love writing my Substacks. I love hosting Zoom calls with my members. I like recording Instagram Reels and trying to get my message out there, but YouTube is far more effective for people finding my work. So at some point, there has to be a balance of creative self-expression, and actually, the world's not going to fall down if I just delete Instagram and just don't make any new Instagram Reels. So I am quite real about all of that stuff. I think that you can do more if you want to in terms of your screen time locks and all of that good stuff. You can give yourself a bit of a limit. I've put a limit on of an hour and 15 minutes for Instagram and for gaming. When I looked at our family use, that seemed to be what everybody was spending the time doing. I could put one on for WhatsApp, but I think it would just get confusing, because if my son's been on to his friends for a couple of hours chatting on WhatsApp and then my mum rings, which she tends to ring on WhatsApp video call, then I'm not going to be able to speak to her. So yeah, thinking it all through, being gentle with yourself. It's all about the observations. So what you can observe, meeting yourself in the middle, new normal, will get there by the end of the 4 days. I hope that is helpful. I'll open chat today if you want to share any of your observations. I would love to hear from you. I am away in Newcastle, but I'll be back later on to chat with you all about that.